my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's time for Monday Night Football.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25. So here come the Bills with excellent field position to get things started. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Powers through. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Stopped immediately there.
The ball carried by
linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
The pass. Complete to number 29.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 40.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's able to find Diggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
To Stephon Diggs.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up second.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 29.
Maurice Hurst on
the numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries, 65 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter. They did in their team meeting this week. The offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And this is caught at the 8.
Complete to
that one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Stepping up, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
The ball.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Made the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was taken down at
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 18 carries, 85 yards.
He's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
On the option, it's Jackson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens, nothing.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run. This is Kamara. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ground, this is Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Their own 12-yard line.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on third down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. This Ravens offense heads back out there led by Lamar Jackson. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
Jackson's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That's a gain of 8.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. 8 yards there and a first down.
27-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
They'll take over first
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Bills first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
You've always been very good about checking my math.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Jackson on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 28-10, the final. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. A touchdown the difference, 21-14, the final score. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Jameis Winston, outstanding again as his guys up their record to 10-2 now on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Right, just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
A 7-yard.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number 1, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He stiff arms him. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
It's second and 8.
Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Raven. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, Jackson will keep it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run it with Kamara. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
Bills 21, Ravens 13.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your program? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now they try the right side here. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he will go out right 35-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Kamara off the draw.
Alvin.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Kamara. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away, and he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. Now this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And here come the Bills. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, I do believe, pass. He's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 28-21. A minute 16 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Throwing now is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bills.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what did they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bills, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.